Hey guys, it is Desi from Desi's Doodles here in Connersville, Indiana, and I am in the box with our girl Dolly, who just delivered her litter of mini multi-generational Australian Labradoodles last night. So Dolly is our award-winning girl who's won not just one, but two first places and took a best in show with our groomer at an IJA event, making her the first doodle to place and then win the event. So we have just the most gorgeous litter of babies and a rainbow of colors, and I did want to share them with you today. So like I mentioned, I am in Connersville, Indiana. My number is 765-698-8887. You can find us here on Facebook under Desi's Doodles. That's Dessies Doodles. And then I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok, and then you can find us on our website, desiesdoodles.com, for all kinds of information about our program, our puppies, and then myself as well. So Dolly here went into labor last night a little bit earlier than we expected, and she was an absolute champ, and she delivered 8 beautiful babies. This is Dolly right here, and I am just so proud of how well she did. She delivered them just incredibly fast compared to some labors that I have seen, and she has been an outstanding mom and not left her baby's side except when we asked her to come out and go potty. So these puppies are raised in our home. We are in my dining room, and so definitely underfoot and around children, our cats, our other dogs. They get a lot of socialization opportunities. And then, we raise them on some pretty advanced curriculum, starting, at the beginning of their lives with early neurological stimulation, early scent introduction, and then as they age and progress, we start doing sound desensitization to introduce them to different kinds of sounds, loud noises, sounds of crowds, fireworks, things like that, because we want our puppies to, be able to handle and manage stress that might cause them. Fear of things like fireworks. Not only does the dog suffer, but the family suffer as well when they have a puppy who's not been introduced to things like that, and then they have that very strong fear. And we do want to set them up for success the best that we possibly can. And then we also have, we do crate introduction when they're a little bit older, starting without any doors on the crates, and then putting the doors back on the crates so that the puppies can, potentially, have their meals in there, or do like a little, nap in there. This is a really important socialization period, so we don't want our puppies to be crated for very long periods of time. They have a lot to learn from mom. They have a lot to learn from each other. But that being said, we do want to, again, set them up for success in their new families. We start them on potty training. We introduce them to a potty box to start with in the whelping box. That has alfalfa pellets in it, which smells like grass, and that does help with the transition to going potty outside. We are in Indiana, like I mentioned before, so the weather pending, hopefully we get to spend some time outside throughout the days, but up until puppies are a few weeks old, they can't manage their own body temperature. So depending on how that goes, we may get to spend, a few days outside just playing. Otherwise, we might just be doing a couple potty breaks outside as they get older and prepare to go to their new families. So I do want to introduce myself before I get into it too much with the puppies. I am Destiny Judd. I am the face of Desi's Doodles. I am the founder. I have over 15 years experience of training dogs. I work really hard to help educate individuals on grooming and training practices, especially our families that have puppies that go home, because I'm very passionate about setting our puppies up for success. And then beyond when the puppy leaves me, I am a resource for our families. I have started programs at different libraries, doing Pause for Reading, which is where we take dogs in and the dogs sit down with the kids, and then they are able to practice reading to the dogs, which is a non-judgmental environment for a child that may have a little bit of fear or anxiety about reading to a person, because dogs aren't going to correct you and they don't care if you mess up. I have successfully placed and trained puppies for individuals that have service needs, therapy dogs, facility dogs, We have several puppies that have gone off to be school district mascots, diabetic alert animals, different things like that, and have succeeded. And I'm very, very proud of that. So I really just wanted to introduce myself, because when you get a Desi's Doodles dog, you're not just getting a puppy. You're getting all of my help, all of my expertise, and I am here for the life of the dog. You know, whether, you know, you have a question about grooming, you have a question about training, or just some funny things that you want to share, pictures you want to share, you know, all of that means a lot to me, which is part of the reason I also throw, you know, semi-annually, I try to do a doodle romp and invite our families out to Connorsville if they're able to make it, where we let all the dogs meet and play and the families connect. And then I also have a social media community where our families are able to meet and connect on a private Facebook page just for people who have a Desi's Doodles dog. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to start introducing the babies. My phone keeps kind of tilting a little bit. So starting out, I'm going to introduce you guys to our very firstborn little baby. If I can, he's hiding under here underneath mommy. So she had 8 puppies. These guys are going to be mini multi-generational Australian Labradoodles. That's a mix of poodle, spaniel, and lab. It's one of the older doodles. They've been around since the 80s, and they originated in Australia. So they don't have any Australian Shepherd in the mix, but that is where the name comes from. So this is a chocolate, I believe he's chocolate Phantom, a dead giveaway with puppies when they're first born, because the Phantom can be very light, is having a little bit of brown spot under their tail, but he is all white on his booty. So I don't have that yet, but looking at his face, I think he might end up being Phantom and might start showing those soon. So that is our firstborn. That was our little boy. Our second puppy, oh my goodness, guys, I was so excited when I saw this one. This is a male as well, and he is a chocolate merle party male. So he's got just the most beautiful markings, and I don't know if you guys can see how shiny their coats are. These guys are going to all have fleece, wavy curls, so they're not going to have like the super tight ringlet curls like a poodle, but they're going to have the fleece coats. It's very bunny soft. Very allergy friendly. Some people would say hypoallergenic. I like to say allergy friendly just because if somebody's allergic to dog hair, they may also have an allergy to saliva. And while we can breed out the dog hair allergy, we haven't exactly, you know, in the dog community been able to breed out the saliva allergy yet. So our puppies are as hypoallergenic as they come, but they're, you know, allergy friendly is what I like to say. So they're going to have beautiful, fleecy, wavy curls, doesn't shed. Just like a poodle or any dog, just like humans, our dogs do lose hair. So as that hair, you know, falls out of the follicle, that's why grooming is so very important. You want to remove any dead hair from the coat so that it doesn't cause matting. But they don't shed like a dog that you would typically see, just like poodles and other animals that are considered hypoallergenic, they still do lose hair though, and they do require being groomed. So our third baby was our first little girl, and she is the most, look at that shine, guys, the most stunning, beautiful black abstract female. So she is abstract, meaning that she has a lot of white on her, but not quite party. So party is when they have 50% or more white on their body. She does not have that. She's only abstract, meaning she has little markings of white about on her. You can see her little sockies. She has some little toesies back here on her back end. Then we have next was another little girl. This one's that one that I'm very excited because she's going to definitely take after her mama. We have a blue merle abstract, who I can't quite tell if she's going to be Phantom yet. Again, it could be very faint. Her back end is very dark, so it's kind of hard to tell. But she is abstract too, and if you look at her chest, she's got a beautiful white chest. Very, very distinct merle markings. Our next puppy, here we go, let's see, are you my little girl? You are. So this one is without a doubt Phantom, absolutely. I don't know if you can really tell from the video. She's a little bit lighter than her siblings on the face, so you can see that, and then she has a very distinct brown spot under her tail. So this is a chocolate phantom abstract female, and you can see her chest. She has little phantom markings on her chest. So she is going to be just absolutely stunning. I can't even I can't even describe how proud I am. I'm proud of Dolly, and I'm proud of Mr. Big. He was the male, but this is like 7 years in the making for me, guys. I'm so excited about this. So our next puppy that we had was also chocolate, but this one's not phantom. This is actually a male. If I can get him out here. This is our chocolate abstract male. Again, he has a lot of white, just absolutely gorgeous. That's going to be very, very striking when he gets older. And then if you look at his coat, he looks like he has very natural highlights in his coat. Like among that dark brown, he has the lighter brown highlights in there. And you can actually see, if you look at him from the side, you can see those wavy curls and on his head already showing their way through on that coat. We also have, I think this is the last one. I think I've gone through everybody else. So our very last puppy was a female, and she is a beautiful cream female. If you look at her again, she's also got a case of those beautiful natural highlights, and you can see her coat really shining through. And she is actually, you know, for the last born, she was the biggest. And she is so sweet already. I love that little pink nose. I love it. And you can see her little tootsies there. So she is going to be absolutely gorgeous.